with the guys and gals. So it smells like asphalt. It does smell like asphalt, and it looks like asphalt. So I don't know. I don't know how, I mean, and basically they got away with it in a way. So I'm not trying to demonize Tetron. I mean, but they have a lot of responsibilities that they did not. And I mean, basically these people are cleaning up their mess. These people are fishermen. This is their livelihood. And I'm also not trying to angelify the fishermen. They're human beings too, like us. They have their flaws.
But the culture came out.
Yeah, I mean, what was interesting to me was when I went there, it was my first time into a docu, so I was very insecure about a lot of things, and I didn't know what to do, so I said, just shoot, maybe something's gonna come out. And then I found myself getting very depressed for some reason, I didn't know why. And then I talked to Kidlat Tahimik, who was with us. He was one of the 16, and then of course Kidlat being the wise man that he is, and old, not that's old, but wise. The youngest pala si Kidlat. He said, you're getting depressed because we from the city, we tend to frame these people in tragic light. And it seems they're not following your script. Whatever script you're trying to force on them, you're not, and you're not depressed for them, you're depressed for yourself. So I was like, oh, he's right. And despite, I mean, you hear about this about Filipinos, how still joking at the gates of hell are opening, the army of hell is coming up, we're still making jokes. And yeah.
Really pushes whatever that is. But what I wanted to ask is, what was the origin of Momentaries for you? How did it, did it evolve? Where did you get it?
I don't know. I just thought it was a cool name. No.
So are you talking about like something like a process of doing film, or is it an experience you
I don't know. It's the funny thing about the works I have. I mean, it might change later on when I get older, but they seem to have they bridge the line between documentary and fiction, or they spill over into each other at some points, and that's what my interest is in right now. So yeah, I mean, if it's real, I'm not gonna answer that question.
I just wanted to say
VTR
only shows that Momentaries is not just a word for you.
Yeah. It's something to me, I guess. I can't really explain it now, to be honest with you. I can give you the JP definition, but maybe it's not even the right one. I don't know. So, yes, please. What's your name?
Missy.
Hi, Missy. Your friend of Richard? Yes, we'll be friends too.
I was wondering, since you're using the camera,
yes.
Why? So I'm not a filmmaker. I just want.
It's okay. It's okay.
And there was this guy. Was the camera supposed to be there? Because the actors would look at the camera.
Yeah.
Why didn't you use the camera then as a point of view of the guy?
Actually, yeah, that's a good point. A guy online who saw the film online, it's on YouTube. The short version of this, 9 minutes, is the 11-minute version. He said it would have been more, I guess, would have made you guys more comfortable, which I want. But sayang. So, prepare for VTR the remake. This is actually part of a series of VTRs. I'm going to remake this with a professional actress, and I won't tell you which it is, but. And then there's going to be. I'll answer your question with her. Sorry, just plugging. VTR the reversal, which the camera's going to turn on me, and in two versions, meaning one woman who knows me very well, another woman doesn't know me. So it's two. So you're gonna see. And a good friend, I wish he was here, supposed to show his trailer on the training of Afghan soldiers in Afghanistan. My friend Weiss is not, he's Afghan American, he's not here, but he said he wanted to do VTR the reinterpretation, so I should give him a copy of the script. So I go, okay, I'll have to transcribe this because this was improvised. So he wants to make it an installation. So I go, yeah, okay, we'll do an installation. But sorry, your question was, yeah, it would have been better nga. So to give you, okay, I'll be honest for once. This actually was, it was actually an audition. It was actually an audition originally, and then 3 years later I realized, shit, it can be a film. So I mean, basically, I learned, a guy told me that this filmmaker, was a friend of mine.
That it was another documentary. That you would actually film the last day of your relationship.
Yeah.
That it was like that. That this is it. The idiot brought his filming.
Idiot talaga.
No, but that was it.
So you're an asshole and an idiot.
Well, yeah.
You both disagree on the terminology.
But no, that was it. That it wasn't. That you were actually. That you're not. That it's not a movie. That it's a documentary.
Yeah.
And I thought, watching it, I was like, it's JP, he's a filmmaker. His girlfriend called him and said, we need to talk. And his first thought was, okay, do you mind if I film it? So in a sense it was disturbing because the last thing of yours was a documentary. I thought this was too. And I don't know who you're dating.
That's the sequence. It might come to that point.
It's a different kind of uncomfortable.
I think that's a brilliant idea, especially if my problem again from an actress's point of view is she was very comfortable with the camera looking at her, and she would acknowledge it. So if it was your girlfriend who asked you, can we talk and about that topic, and you filmed it and you were being an asshole and an idiot, then she would show a little, parang aversion to the camera. And since she's it was improvised, so it was very natural and organic. It would show na, diba? But because it's an audition, it seemed like she was very comfortable. So if you're going to make it like what Richard said, na documentary type, parang lalabas yung pagka-asshole mo through her reaction.
Yes, that's true. I'm sorry.
The way we're always with their cameras so that people can be comfortable even if they're being filmed on a very personal level. But the difference is with John Torres, I remember he was very prominent in his films, his voice, his image, but unlike this film, was it intentional that it was more of her speaking, and you didn't really make us hear your answers? Did you?
Yes.
Was it intentional?
Yes. I actually took out my audio and deep. I took out my audio. I took out the audio completely. You just hear I wanted you to focus on her. Apart from it being just a woman. And most people, you don't really see a woman's perspective so much in films. I mean, very few, apart from and to me it was a learning process as a male, as a guy. I mean, when she said, in the tea part, when she said, magkakaroon ako, I didn't get it. And a lot of people, when I showed it to, they get that joke. I didn't get it. I was like, most guys won't get that. I was like, what? And it's like, I'm moody. I'm like, oh, okay, I got it. This is your period.
I think it was good, but at the same time, as a woman, I would also be very interested to know how you answered her. So, which I felt that was he trying to spare himself, or from how did he answer this very straightforward, honest lady who was telling him on camera what she felt, and then the filmmaker, because he had control of the film, edits out his answer. So so I felt that
we'll never know. We'll never know.
Which is why you're
Unless you can steal the rocket from me, you'll never know.
yung sinasabi mo kanina na
Of Tessa's facial expressions as we know her and as we at the time, it's like, it's beautiful. That's why I was like looking at you, because every time she does like something that I recognize from real life, but now it's in a different context. It's beautiful because it's recorded. Centuries from now, people will discover Tessa in YouTube, whatever, 2007, and they will say, hey, there was this being, and that's beautiful for me. That's part of what we enjoy.
You think we're going to evolve past this?
Hopefully, yes.
I hope not. Well, probably will. I hope there will be some novelty for the people who are we're composed of energy already. We're not matter at some point. I'm just drunk. Okay, don't mind. So, any more questions, please?